Hello everyone, this is Gorax and today I'm gonna show you Thunderbolt team against the endgame boss. Thunderbolt team was one of the strongest teams in the Continental Challenge. However, despite being AoE gods, they do suffer and they do struggle against Mekkatorque, mainly because we don't really have good way of applying witch's remains without manually playing with Nissa. If you want to maximize your damage with this team, you'll need to manually apply Nissa's ultimate to minions rather than Mekkatorque to move the field to minions to do extra damage, which is quite annoying. But that's pretty much it. Obviously, as well, you can boot Reita and bring in someone else to apply AoE like Ayola. She'll apply AoE, which is remain here and increase our damage. So how much damage can this team do? This team can do up to 300 million if you can keep this team alive. The problem I had was surviving that. The issue is my Psychic Core was really low. My equipment is also rubbish. I'm not enhancing it, I'm not tempering it, and the boss was just demolishing my team. My Perkunte was the first one to fall. He was built as a glass cannon, but you can definitely improve it. This is also phase 2 of this battle, which is harder than phase 1, as the boss also applies attack penalty and stun, but you can see that we're doing 200 million with 4 minutes spare on the clock. So if you can keep this alive, you're looking at over 300 million easily. All right, so we use Ogok in the poison team because poison team is so much easier to build and do 400 million if you have Vikana. So we can't use him here. If you don't have Vikana, you don't have good poison team, you can bring him here instead of Nathaniel. Will work well. But since we don't have that luxury, we're gonna use Reita. If you don't have Reita, don't worry, someone like Frurbaf, etc. will work well. But what she provides the team with is the damage mitigation. Well, the boss does reduce damage to us. She also applies a lot of debuffs. As you can see, we have 1, 2 debuffs. Which helps significantly increasing the damage. We try and build her with 15-second rotation on her ultimate, but it's really hard to achieve if you don't have Puppeteer set. But, well, it is what it is. You can have something like this, and that will help a lot. So Emissary set, when she applies debuffs, we get 10% damage increase, and that's pretty much it. Nathaniel, Gatekeeper staff, we want 15-second rotation on him. If you can survive easily, you can put Horn on him to increase the damage. We also use Iceberg here to apply recharge speed penalty, which will increase the damage, going up by 10% per debuff. Remember this mechanics. We'll use Perkunte with exclusive built with Enlightenment. As you can see, I even enhanced his equipment to make sure he survives because he was struggling. His stats, defensive stats, are so low that he did struggle. We built him with resistance as well, because remember, Nathaniel will share resistance and we will need resistance in phase 2. Nissa with Witches Remain, 3-year set, and basically the same talents as in the Continental Challenge. So we build her with accuracy and resistance. Shainakton will be built with attack and a little bit of enlightenment where we can, and some resistance. And this is basically very simple build that we used in the Continental Challenge. The only difference is we're not using Haldi because we can't survive. I mean, we could bring in Haldi instead of what's her name, Reita, and put in Ogok here on 15-second rotation, and we might do well. But as I said, poison team is so much easier to build and is doing so much better than Ogok does the job over there, way better to keep that team alive. Although he really can't. I couldn't because my Psychic Core was so bad. So when it comes to rotation, as I said, we try to get 15 seconds. It's hard to achieve, guys, without proper equipment. Okay, 15-second rotation is really hard. You need really Hourglass and you need Gatekeeper stuff to achieve that. Then we start our rotation with Nissa. As I said, you can try and manually cast Nissa's ultimate on the minions, so the field stays on all the minions rather than the boss, and then you just nuke that with follow up with Shainaktan and then Perkunto at the end dealing damage. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna show you quickly the talents so you can just copy them, but remember, I can't give you the codes from the test server as they do not work on the global version of the game. Once again, thank you all for watching, stay safe, bye!